So you describe cycles as being chain reactions, that um, the the length or the amplitude of the cycle is a function of what's happened before.
Right.
What do you think the seeds are that are being sown now in this current cycle that will have an impact in the future?
Well, I'm much better at predicting the past than the future. But let's talk about, and one of the things I say, I don't believe in forecasts, and like Galbraith said, and one of the things that I say is we never know where we're going, but we sure as hell ought to know where we are. So where are we? We're in the second half of the 10th year of an economic recovery. And there's never been a recovery in the United States that went more than 10 years. So based on the data, we're coming to the end. Now, the process doesn't work like clockwork. The fact that there's never been a recovery of more than 10 years doesn't mean there never will be. And there's every chance that this will go on beyond 10 years.
It's been a long recovery, but a slow one.
Well, and that's the other thing. It has been the slowest recovery since World War II. So why is that important? And the answer is, well, I was writing this book called Mastering the Market Cycles, an indispensable resource. I believe in cycles. I think cycles are one of the most important things for us to study. And I believe that they have, I've lived through about a half a dozen really important cycles in my career, and they have given me a lot of opportunity to make money. They've given other people a lot of opportunity to lose money. So I believe there always have been. I believe there always will be. I believe they're very important. And I believe that they are understandable cycles. But as I got about 2/3 of the way through the book, I said, I had a revelation. I said, why are there cycles? U.S. economy grows on average about 2% a year right now. Why doesn't it always grow 2%? Why sometimes 3 and sometimes 1, sometimes 4 and sometimes negative, sometimes recession? Why not just 2 every year? Stock market, your S&P return, you mentioned earlier, returns about 10% on average. But not only does it not return 10 every year, but it rarely returns between 8 and 12. So the norm is the average is not the norm.
Yeah.
Why? Why do we have mostly above average years and below average years rather than average years all the time? And the answer, in my opinion, is excesses and corrections. So people get excited, they commit errors of emotion, and so if something has U.S. economy has a 2% underlying trend line, they get excited, they make decisions to invest and to purchase and to produce and to hire, which causes it to grow more than 2 for a little while, but then it turns out that everybody made decisions that were too positive, and that has to be corrected, and so they stop investing and they stop producing and they stop hiring, and then you have a below average year, excess and correction. So I think that when you think about cycles, rather than think about ups and downs, I think it's much more helpful to think about excesses and corrections.